Have you ever felt like your days are just repetitions of a script you didn't write? You wake up with the weight of 1,000 thoughts, while your phone drains your first drop of clarity at dawn. It is a fog that blinds, a noise that never ceases, and it pulls you away from who you truly are. We are living in a collective hypnosis, where exhaustion has become the new normal and the soul seems to beg for a breath. Stop for a second and feel the tightness in your chest that you try to ignore with empty distractions. This stress is not just a lack of time. It is the cry of your energy field being drained by a system that wants you disconnected. You have become a spectator of your own life, losing the connection with the vital force that pulses within you. This mental intoxication is an invisible barrier that prevents you from accessing the miracles your essence already knows. I know you feel that something much greater exists, a quantum potency that goes beyond this exhaustive routine. It is not just a sensation, it is the spiritual truth that has been buried by layers of worries and urgencies that are not yours. You carry a divine technology capable of collapsing realities and manifesting the impossible, but it does not work in autopilot mode. Your energetic power is just waiting for you to finally decide to wake up from this deep trance. You were not born to be just a processor of constant problems and anxieties. There is a space of absolute silence and infinite power within you, where healing and abundance are natural states. It is time to stop handing over your vibrational frequency to external chaos and retake command of your ship. You are a master of energy, a co-creator of the universe who has temporarily forgotten how to use your own hands. In this video, we are going to tear through this veil and understand how to clean this pollution that steals your glow and peace. We will learn how to deprogram this hypnotic system and activate your original energetic signature so that life can flow again. Prepare yourself for an intimate reunion with your own light, because the miracle you seek begins the moment you recognize yourself. The journey out of the fog starts now, and I am here to guide your return. Have you ever felt like a prisoner in a labyrinth that you cannot see or touch? We live in an invisible structure of demands, notifications, and expectations that consume our inner peace. It is a system designed to keep us in a state of alert, as if there were always a threat. This constant tension is not just fatigue, it is the collapse of your spiritual identity. Your vital energy is sucked away by a mechanism that feeds on your continuous distraction. Science tells us that the human brain consumes about 20% of our total energy. Imagine now that this energy is being wasted on thoughts that repeat infinitely without a solution. They are imaginary internal dialogues, hurts from the past, or anxieties about a future that never arrives. This looping creates a short circuit in your electromagnetic field, preventing the manifestation of new potentials. You spend your vital force just to keep alive fears that do not even exist. Each repetitive thought works like an app running in the background of your mental phone. They drain the battery of your consciousness, leaving you exhausted before the day has even truly begun. Without realizing it, you become addicted to these worn-out neural routes that lead to nowhere. It is a quantum waste, where the observer, you, always collapses the same limited reality. To break this cycle, you must first identify that you are not that loud voice. We live submerged in a sea of cheap dopamine, coming from screens that glow without ceasing. This creates inflammation not only in the body but in your ability to perceive intuition. Clarity disappears, and you begin to walk through life fumbling, without direction or purpose. Silence becomes terrifying because it reveals the void that the fog was trying to hide. In this state of confusion, the connection with your divine essence is blocked by external noise. You try to make decisions, but you feel your mind is wrapped in a dense smoke. Cortisol, the stress hormone, floods your system and deactivates the areas of high spiritual perception. It is impossible to hear the call of your internal power while digital chaos screams in your ears. The fog is the system's perfect tool to keep you operating at a low frequency. From the moment we wake up, we are induced to react to the world instead of creating it. Social media, unrestrained consumption, and negative news keep your mind in a trance. You believe you are free, but you follow behavior patterns pre-programmed by external algorithms. This disconnection is what makes us vulnerable to emotional manipulation and the loss of power. Living on autopilot is abdicating your role as a conscious co-creator of your own reality. You repeat the same choices, frequent the same mental places, and expect different results. Hypnosis happens at the subconscious level, where beliefs of scarcity and limitation are installed. Without the awakening of consciousness, you continue to be just a gear in a cold machine. The system needs you to be tired and distracted so you never discover your light. Modern science is finally finding spirituality in the invisible field of frequencies. What we call a miracle is, in fact, the application of physical laws that we are still learning to master. Your body is not just flesh and bone, but a collection of vibrant atoms in constant exchange. Each cell works like a small antenna, transmitting and receiving information from the quantum field. Understanding this mechanics is the key to stopping being a victim and becoming a master. Our cells do not just respond to chemical nutrients, but mainly to energetic signals from the environment. When you live in stress, your body enters survival mode, closing the membranes to growth. Biologist Bruce Lipton proved that the environment, and your perception of it, controls the expression of your genes. If your mind projects fear, your cells arm themselves for a constant, invisible war. Healing begins when you alter the electromagnetic signal you send to your own biome. Living in a state of chronic alert shuts down the immune system and drains your reservoir of vitality. DNA is not an immutable destiny, but a code that reacts to the frequency of your consciousness. When you change your belief, you literally alter the chemistry that bathes your trillions of cells. It is biology bowing to intention, proving that health is a state of vibrational harmony. The miracle is biological, but the trigger that fires it is purely energetic and conscious. Everything that exists in the universe, from a stone to a thought, possesses a unique vibrational signature. If your frequency is tuned to scarcity, you will only be able to pick up radio waves of the same nature. It is like trying to listen to a classical music station while the radio is tuned to noise. Quantum physics teaches us that light attracts like in the invisible fabric of spatial reality. To change your life out there, you need to adjust the tuner that exists inside. The scale of emotional frequencies shows that fear vibrates low, while love and gratitude vibrate high. Negative thoughts are dense and heavy, anchoring your soul in a reality of limitations and pain. Joy, on the other hand, expands your auric field, allowing energy to flow without obstruction through your channel. You are a biological radio that decides, every second, which soundtrack you wish to manifest. Raising your vibration is not an esoteric luxury, but a physical necessity. The famous double-slit experiment revealed that matter behaves according to the observer. Where you place your attention, energy condenses and probability becomes physical reality. If you focus on the problem, you feed it with the creative force of your conscious gaze. The moment you withdraw focus from disease or lack, they lose their support. You are the architect who collapses the wave function, transforming the maybe into the now. Awakening begins at the exact moment you realize you are dreaming while awake. Stepping out of autopilot requires a deliberate choice to retake the helm of your own consciousness. It is not an external change, but a flip of the switch in the perception of the now. You stop being a passenger of the routine to become the driver. Quantum freedom is born from the courage to question every impulse conditioned by the system. To interrupt the flow of repetitive thoughts, you need a shock of presence. One deep, conscious breath is capable of resetting your nervous system in seconds. When you focus on the air entering and leaving, the mental looping loses its strength. It is an act of rebellion against the hurry imposed by the matrix we live in. This sacred pause is the space where your essence begins to breathe again. Small alterations in daily routine uninstall the automatic programs from your physical brain. Try changing your route, using your non-dominant hand, or being silent for several minutes. These new stimuli force the mind to create new neural and vibrational connections. You withdraw nourishment from the old self and open space for the new. Pattern interruption is the crack through which the light of the soul enters. Your mind is a garden that has been flooded with informative trash and noise. Digital hygiene is the necessary filter to protect your purest frequency. Each notification is an invitation for you to leave yourself and live in the other. Learning to say no to the excess of screens is saying yes to your peace. Silence is not the absence of sound, but the presence of your truth. Now that you have broken the trance, it is time to act like an architect of reality. Quantum energy is not something you seek outside, but something you direct. Learning to manage your own vibration is the most valuable skill that exists. You stop reacting to fate to start molding it with pure intention. Miracles are just the perfect synchronization between your desire and the frequency. The subconscious mind does not know how to distinguish between a real event and a vivid image. When you visualize with emotion, you send a clear command to the field. It is not just imagining, it is feeling the scent and the texture of the new reality. In the quantum vacuum, that which you sustain with clarity has already begun to exist. You collapse the wave function by behaving as if you have already received. Your body possesses energy vortices that need to spin in constant and free harmony. When stress blocks these centers, vitality stops flowing through your spine. Alignment happens through meditation, sound, and deep, rhythmic breathing. A clean, energetic field allows intuition to arrive without distortions or fears. You become an unobstructed channel for the vital force of the universe. Imagine each center as a musical note that composes your personal melody. If one of them goes out of tune, your entire life experience loses its luster. The balance of the heart chakra, for example, is the bridge to real miracles. By healing these internal floodgates, you allow abundance to flow naturally. You do not need to push the river, you only need to remove the stones. Gratitude is the energetic signature that something positive has already happened now. When you give thanks before the physical evidence, you accelerate the manifestation process. It is a frequency that dissolves scarcity and installs abundance in your field. It works like a confirm command for the laws of the infinite universe. To be grateful is to raise your vibration to the level of divine solutions. The journey out of the labyrinth ends exactly where it began, at your center. You didn't need to find power, only to remove what prevented you from feeling it. The brain fog dissipates as you assume your spiritual sovereignty. The hypnotic system loses its strength when you stop feeding the fear. You are much greater than any limitation they tried to impose on you until today. Every conscious decision you make from now on reverberates throughout the entire cosmos. You have stopped being a geared part to be the artist who paints your reality. Quantum energy flows through you, organizing matter to meet your clear intention. There are no coincidences when you take command of your own vibrational frequency. You are the miracle you have been waiting to happen for so long in your life. Your essence is pure light, a divine spark that was never truly extinguished. It was only waiting for you to turn your attention back inside your home. When you recognize yourself as a co-creator, the entire universe bows to answer the call. Scarcity turns into abundance, chaos into order, and doubt into absolute certainty. From this moment on, you write your destiny with the ink of consciousness. For this change to gain consistency, we need to spread this frequency to many people. If this video echoed with something deep inside you, leave your like right now. Your gesture helps break the algorithm's block and carry this message to others. More than a click, it is a sign that you chose to wake up for good. Share this content with someone who needs to retake the reins of their own destiny. Do not leave here without subscribing to this channel to continue our journey of quantum mastery. Turn on the bell so we can meet in each new video of mental deprogramming. This is our space for reconnection, where miracles stop being rare occurrences. Together, we are creating a network of people who no longer accept the hypnosis. Your presence here strengthens our entire collective field of positive change. Before closing this video, make a silent commitment to your own soul today. Promise yourself that you will not lose yourself in autopilot mode ever again. The world outside will keep trying to distract you, but you now know the way. Silence, presence, and intention are your shields and your powerful swords. Your essence is the refuge where all peace and energy reside. Observe how the air enters your lungs now, oxygenating every fiber of your being. Feel this vital energy pulsing, capable of performing transformations you cannot yet imagine. The miracle is not something that happens in the future, it is right now. You are the author, the observer, and the very energy that creates everything. Go live your truth with the courage of someone who has finally broken free. The path is open, and the fog has finally been left behind, far from you. Move forward with the certainty that you are a being of unlimited power. Your life is the reflection of your vibration, and you have chosen a high one. The system no longer has power over who you have truly become. The universe thanks you for your light, as it helps illuminate the entire network. Feel this gratitude overflowing and becoming your vibrational signature on this day. Each breath of yours is a decree of peace and absolute clarity on earth. You are the living proof that it is possible to exit the deep sleep. Stay firm, stay in presence, and stay connected with the source of the miracle. Your journey as a conscious master is just beginning. Enjoy every single moment.